to NXT TNA review recap. How do I say things usually? We're telling you what happened, what we think, throwing our 2 cents into the ring. I think those are the words that usually come out of my mouth when we press buttons or whatever. Anyway, I'm Tofari.
I'm CK.
And I'm Knight Rider.
And let's just jump straight into things.
What if I don't want to jump straight into it?
Then I guess you're getting pushed.
Where's my soda go?
Anyway.
Hey, I'm okay.
No, you're not.
I will be.
No, you won't. But we're starting off with NXT.
Okay.
The first match of the night, because it's NXT. We don't start with fluff bullshit. We just get straight into the action.
Start with fluff bullshit.
It's Blake Monroe versus Kalani Jordan, and this is a pretty good fight until it's not.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not a huge fan of Kalani,
but she showed up and she showed out. Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan. Kalani.
Yeah. But she showed out.
Yeah. She showed up and showed out.
She put on a performance, but it didn't really end up mattering at all because
because the right Jordan came out, and I only say that because of the whole thing of when Kalani came out, I think last week.
Yeah, but Jordan managed Kalani Jordan, I should say. I think.
Yes. Kalani.
Yes, I'm making sure. Yeah, okay. But Kalani hits Monroe with what was it? The Olympic Slam for a 2 count. Monroe headbutts her midair, hits her with a running knee strike for a 2 count, and then Jordan graces me.
Her music and Blake Monroe was gone.
Yeah, she out of the ring, out of the
rocket for her butt.
Yeah. She out of the ring, out of the arena, up into the crowd, and gone before you can blink.
And the thing is, what was so funny, okay? And you can look at the footage and notice it. Because there was a bunch of people talking about it, so I kind of got a chance to kind of watch it, almost on an instant replay.
Yeah.
If you notice, she grabs the door and then lets go of it. She has the door and it's open.
Mm-hmm.
And she lets go of the door, right as she was getting ready to shut it. Instead of, it was that moment, she caught her, but yet she wasn't supposed to catch her. And then the door shut and she pounds on the... It was that moment, oh shit, I wasn't supposed to quite be that fast.
I didn't see that, but I'm glad you brought it up.
It was really funny because, like I said, or like you said, she went out there, she jumps in the car and drives away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Jordan comes back later, and we find out what's going on with that. But Kalani stays in the ring,
and she wins via count out. But you can see she's not happy about it. So I'm willing to bet. This honestly might turn. I don't think it's going to turn into a triple threat.
I don't think we need another 3-way for anything. I mean,
we're getting a lot.
There's no reason for this to be a 3-way.
No, but I think Kalani's definitely going. I don't think she's just going back into the background, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think that if she might wait until this rivalry is ended. She might go after Grace. She might go after...
I think Kalani is trying to... Excuse me. Talking while I got soda in my mouth.
Great idea.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I've always been brilliant.
Is that what we're going with?
Yep. Anyway, the point I'm trying to get at is I think they're trying to kind of... She was kind of heel-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And then she kind of went to more middle card. I think that's where she's at right now.
I think they're trying to push her
more to the face side. I mean, she wasn't complete heel, but she wasn't complete face either, even before.
Yeah.
And now I think they've really pushed the
face card. Yeah.
They're pushing her towards the face card. But
then we get to one of the best segments of the night. Mr. Chase is backstage talking to Kale Dixon, Uriah Connors ahead of their big NXT tag team opportunity. They're freaking the hell out. And Dixon's like, Mr. Chase, I want you to be brutally honest with us. What are our chances? And Mr. Chase is like, about 1 in a million. And they both look at him and you're like, so you're telling us there's a chance? And they fly. And you know what? I respect the hell out of that.
But you know what? Here's the thing. We get that match next.
Yeah.
And they put up a fight.
They did. I'm not going to say they were close, but they put up...
I'm not going to say they were close either, but I'm going to tell you what. They showed up.
They showed up. They showed out. This was not a dog walk like everyone was expecting it to be. They put up... I could see them in maybe 6 months, a year, 2 years, going against Tank and Tank again.
I'm going to say this, and it might sound... I know I can't see that anyway. Not that I need to see it, but it's really weird looking down and seeing blur.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting first. This doctor next Wednesday, my eye doctor appointment next Wednesday is going to be horrible, horrifying when they go, oh yeah, they're worse. Here you go. Here you go, Grandpa. That's what it's going to feel like. Anyway, Marty, we're into my grandpa anyway. Irrelevant. The thing is, I would love to see Hangman Tank go up, because essentially they're going to go up.
Oh, absolutely.
And them, even like next week, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, this is just the story in my head. Be like, you know what? With Chase, we'll help you.
I can kind of see that.
Eventually they kind of go down the line and like, we don't want to face anybody else. We want to face you guys for the title, and that be the match that they win the title and Hank and Tank move up to the main roster.
I could kind of see that.
That would be awesome.
I don't see them doing it.
No, absolutely not. But I'm curious who's...
I think Hank and Tank are going to start trying to help them a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I can definitely see that.
I think they're going to kind of show them how to be a better tag team.
Yeah.
Maybe with Chase's help. Like, make them, like, tag team. It'd be great if they joined Chase U as, like, other teachers.
Yeah, like
the tag team teachers.
What's
substitute?
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Substitute teachers.
That might be kind of funny.
But yeah, then like I said, next match, great fight. Hank and Tank managed to win it, but it is not.
And again, I want to bring this up. Okay. Wait, hold on.
What are we?
Oh, wait. Hold on.
What are we bringing up?
Is this where
Dark State comes out? Yes. After the match is over, they're standing in the ring, like I think they like shake hands, maybe hug it out, whatever.
Yeah.
The lights go out, then they come back up, and you see Dark State. And if I remember, no, they are in the crowd. It's the next time they come out that they come from the other side. But they come out and they mollywop Hank and Tank and Uriah Connors and Nixon, whatever his name is.
Uriah Connors and
those two guys.
Hold on, go back up there. Uriah Connors and
Cale Dixon.
Yeah.
How did I remember that? Anyway, so yeah.
Usually you suck at names. I'm good at names, so somewhere.
Hank, I don't know. It's opposite day or something, but yeah. They mollywop him, hit him with the assisted power slam. It's a bloodbath. Then we go backstage. We see Fatal Influence talking. JC Jane says that last week didn't go as planned. Lash was taken care of, but Jada Parker, she's still coming after us. Fallon reminds JC that Masha Slamovich and Ash by Elegance are coming after her as well. Then George Iceman, the concierge.
The concierge.
Yeah, the little shit stain that he is.
He ain't working.
Comes in. And he says, I'm here to deliver a message to JC and to polish her championship. Ash by Elegance would like to let JC know that this week will be her final week as the TNA Knockouts World Champion. Lainey Reed asks if that was Jasmine Nix's job to polish her championships. So JC's like, you know what? That's a great idea. Go polish these for me.
And here's the thing, you can tell Jasmine's not
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
having it. You keep seeing these like cracks, but nothing's
I
happening.
don't think they're cracks. I think they're more like gaping wounds in the earth. These are ravines at this point.
And I think that eventually Fallon's going to turn on her. But I think...
Yep.
Fallon, you mean Jasmine? Right.
No, I mean Fallon. I think Fallon's eventually going to turn on her. Fallon Henley. But, hear me out. Let me finish before you jump on me. Fallon Henley, I think, is eventually going to turn on her. But I think Jasmine Nix is going first.
Oh, okay. Yes.
100%. I think Jasmine is turning on her. And I know it sounds horrible. But I would love for JC to get cocky and be like, you want a rematch against the title? I'll put them both on the line. And then Jasmine cost her both titles.
Oh, I can definitely see that.
Because JC's getting cocky.
Oh, yeah.
And
Getting?
Okay, is.
Okay.
Point being, I think Jasmine's turning first and Fallon's eventually going to follow.
Oh, absolutely.
But Jasmine is going first.
Definitely. Like I said, when they were getting their butts whooped, she was just standing on the outside holding JC's title. That's all that needs to be said.
And the look on her face, like that look of like,
if looks could kill, JC.
I'm getting ready to challenge for this. It's just it's.
Oh yeah, if looks could kill, JC would be dead. But then we see Miles Bourne talking to Tavion Heights. You know, he's telling Tavion how proud he is of him for beating Shirley Dempsey last week. It's time for him to make an impact now. Tavion says that he has his eyes looking on something. In the meantime, I want you to handle the hater, Lexis King. Then we get a little thing of Izzy Dame talking with Tatum Paxley and the Colleen. And Tatum is freaking the hell out. Like, what if I can't do this? What if blah, 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 blah. And Izzy grabs her like, I believe in you. And Tatum's like, yeah, I got this. And then we have that match because she's challenging Sol Ruka for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Yeah. There's a lot of words in one title, okay?
And then we get Thea Hale in it, but I'm not worried about that. And then we get
Miles Bourne versus Lexis King.
I can't stand this guy. I really can't.
I can't either, and that's why I love this match.
I can't stand it. It's all. It's almost as bad. And this week, last night, they just topped it. And we know who I'm talking about, so I'm not going to get to it now, but he is almost as disgusting, but in way different ways. Because he's just stupid. Yeah. And his ugly ass, whatever the fuck that is.
Painted on beard.
Whatever the that is. I'm not even going to call that a beard, because at this point, I think it's some kind of clown makeup or something. I'm not sure, because...
But like I said, I agree with everything you just said, and that's why I love this match. Because Lexis got hit. I'm not gonna. You know what? I'll give him some credit.
He got his shots in, but it wasn't many.
No, it was not many. So, but I'll give him his credit. He didn't go out like a little bitch. He took his ass.
This is not to get into.
Oh, definitely not.
Because here's my thing.
Yep.
Even though Miles winds up winning this match, spoiler alert, when we're talking about the match, but anyway, even though Miles winds up winning this match, I want you to, I know this is going to sound horrifying, but I want you to do this for a second. Dive into Lexis King's ring. He just proved his point
that Miles isn't deaf.
Miles can hear.
Yeah, because how can you wrestle if you're deaf, right?
And when the crowd was chanting, he goes, "I hear them," or "I hear you," something like that.
Yeah.
And so you know Lexis is only going to jump on him.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that was the point that they're trying to... That he is deaf, but yet he's 90% deaf, not 100%. And Lexus is just an idiot because how can you wrestle if you're deaf?
What? I don't think that's how that works, buddy. But
And then I know we're backtracking a little bit, but I still love the headphones, the noise canceling headphones.
I've been walking around with these noise canceling headphones on all day, and I just heard everything you said, buddy. That's not quite how that
works.
works.
Noise canceling headphones on, you ain't gonna hear shit.
Okay, here's the thing.
If you have noise canceling headphones blaring music, then probably no, you're not going to hear a damn thing.
They're meant to drown out the background noise. They're not meant to drown out noise.
Someone talking directly in front of you.
Then you don't have them on. He probably didn't even have the damn things on. Literally just, I can hear everything. I hear you.
Exactly.
Wait, that means there's nobody in the world really deaf because I got noise canceling headphones and I could hear. That means there is no such thing as deaf people. That's basically what.
Yeah, that's basically what he's trying to get at.
Yeah. But then we have a Dark State vignette where they admit they were the ones that attacked Hank and Tank, basically saying they're coming after the tag team titles.
And they're like, and by the way,
we're not done
yet tonight. Let's go. And you see him like walk back into the thing. But we will get to that because that is. And oh my god, this match. I usually do not say I hate NXT, but this just got fucking ridiculous. And this wasn't even the only one.
But we get to Nia Jax versus. Why the fuck was. I think Thea Hale's just.
She made a comment about
her on, like, Instagram or some shit, where she was going to try coffee, and then she started a rant about Nia Jax. Oh, nothing to do with the actual program, but there was one moment in that Instagram clip or whatever that I related to on a spiritual level.
On a spiritual level?
Yes.
Jeez.
She's sitting down, she's drinking her coffee, then she starts going on her rant about Nia Jax. She's like, I don't even want this anymore. She walks away, and then she comes back, and she's like, well, fuck it, I paid for it, and she takes it, and I'm like, yeah, I get that. I might not want it anymore, but I paid for it. I'm consuming it now. Anyway, this is it's what you would expect. Thea Hale is 1,000,000% the underdog in this fight. For the vast majority of it, I'm not going to say she's getting completely whooped, because she does get some pretty decent shots in there.
Yeah, she took her down a couple times. And when I say down, I mean like
down to one, one knee on
her back, whatever.
But for the most part, Nia Jax is big, powerful, all this. But unfortunately, actually, does
Nia Jax?
I forget. I couldn't remember if there was an actual victor or not. But there is Nia Jax with the Annihilator. But after the match, Kelly Kincaid comes down there to have an interview with her. She brings up the fact that Jax cost Lash Legend her match last week. Jax says that she imposed her will because any ring she steps in is hers. She says that Lash is not going to make a name off her back. She's a former champion. I have beat champions, legends, Hall of Famers. What has Lash done? Then, of course, Lash makes her way down to the ring. She says, Nia, you might call yourself the irresistible force, but you're going to find out real quick that her force can't handle my pressure. And then they just start fighting
continuously.
Yeah. Oh, right, I forget. This is another Rusev and Sheamus. Where it just keeps going. Just all night. Well, actually, this is like the second to last match, but for the rest of the night.
And then we get to another part that I really thought was kind of cool. Jordan Grace is talking to Ava in the office, and Ava's like, I'm not going to yell at you, but we need to talk about Heatwave. And Jordan's like, I'm still wearing a neck brace, but I'm going to be cleared. Excuse me. And he was like, I know. And you can have Blake Monroe at Heatwave. And I'm usually trying to be biased, but on behalf of the entire women's locker room, kick her ass. And I loved that Ava was like, I'm supposed to be GM, supposed to be in the middle, but on behalf of the entire women's locker room of NXT,
kick her ass.
Kick her ass.
Mm-hmm. Then we go on.
And it ended great.
It's interesting to say the least. Obafemi comes down to the ring.
I know you like doing Oba, so...
He says 2 weeks ago in Houston, Yoshiki and Amara and Josh Briggs threw every single thing they had to try to take this title. They failed miserably. So now for over 200 days, I have carried this NXT championship. 200 days I have carried this brand. So, here we are again, asking the same question we asked last time. Who is going to step up? Who is going to challenge? Who is going to come and face the ruler? Who is worthy enough to take this title from me? But the unfortunate answer is that no one is, because NXT is supposed to be brand built for the future. Superstars of tomorrow sliding into main event big PLEs like SummerSlam and Royal Rumble. But I look at this division now. The future is not looking very bright because I've beat them all. I've stomped them all. I've destroyed them all. Because the name changes, but the results remain the same.
And then Trick Williams' music hits. And he's like, hey, yo, cut the music. Obafemi. The one that refuses to himself, refers to himself as the big dog. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't delusional. You are a big dog. But one thing for sure, 2 things are certain. What? I mean, that is what he said. But one thing for sure, 2 things are certain. How does that even make any sense?
I don't question it.
Anyone who watches NXT knows that Trick Williams is the biggest dog NXT has to offer. Let's talk about it.
Trick, you come in here week after week, singing your own praises every single time.
Oh, yeah.
So, are you trying this hard to convince them, or are you trying this hard to convince yourself?
No, forget that. Forget that. I'm trying to convince you. When you think about TNA, you think about Trick and A. When you think about NXT, you think about me. I'm the man carrying 2 brands. Let's talk about it.
Yes. Let's talk about it. Like he says, let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about it. You say you're the one carrying 2 brands, yet here I am with this. And Trick, let's not forget, because I will always remind you, you could never beat me.
I knew you were going to say that. Okay. But the great thing is, I thought about that. A couple weeks ago, I looked in your eyes, and when I looked at that title, and then I thought to myself, why not me? Why couldn't I be the official carrier of 2 brands? Because I ain't the same man that you saw a few months ago, damn it. I'm a self-made superstar. I made myself him. Oba, you keep looking around like you searching for the man who's gonna take you off your mountain. Look no further. I am the man.
And then Javon Evans comes out. He says, hey, turn it off. Hey, hold on. Quiet down. Trick, I ain't gonna lie. You goofy as hell, boy. Boy, you're annoying. You know what I mean? I'm out here trying to go after the biggest dog in the yard, which is honestly Obafemi. And you're out here trying to make this all about yourself, saying, oh, well, I'm trying to go after the NXT championship, which is crazy to me because your ass can barely defend the TNA championship. So how is that going to work?
Young OG, I said this once. I said it 1,000 times, and I say it again tonight. Mind your business while grown folk talk.
Oba says, all right, that's fine. So I'm going to leave you to sort this out for yourselves. And Javon cuts in. He says, no, let's make this about Trick. Because I say you and me throw hands, and whoever wins gets to face Oba Femi for the NXT Championship. Oba says, yes, I love that. As a matter of fact, have that match tonight, right here, right now.
And Trick like, hell no! Stop clapping, goofies! Not for those undeserving people you wishy-washy fans wish you could get Trick Williams for free. And go ahead. Don't we have to pay for tickets?
Yeah, we literally are paying to be here, so I don't know what you're on about, bro.
I say we do it in 2 weeks in a nice city like Philadelphia. Who knows? Who knows something about champions? Speaking of champions, Philly, I'm the biggest champion coming to your city, and we can make it happen there.
And then Moose comes down to the ring. Trick Williams. I'm sorry.
Trick James.
Tricky Williams. TNA. Allow me to snap you back to reality. Because in 10 days at TNA's emergence, you have a date with the face of the franchise. And after I take that TNA World Championship off your waist, the one name that's going to be synonymous with whooping that Trick is Moose. And Oba, don't for 1 second think I forgot about Roadblock. And
then this was absolutely epic.
The lights go out again. Dark State rushes the ring. But for the first time in probably their entire careers, they get thrown the fuck out.
And you gotta figure, you have Javon, you have Moose, you have Oba, and you have Trick.
Yeah.
And 3 of the biggest names, superstars, whatever, and big.
Oh, yeah.
Trick is
like 6 foot something. Yeah, he's like insane.
And Oba's huge. Moose is huge. Javon's the little man out, but
he ain't. Yeah, he's the little man, but he ain't the little man. You know?
Yeah, he like another Rey Mysterio, the biggest little man.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: they got destroyed.
Oh yeah.
And it says here, the first time they're playing absolutely backfired.
Yep. And you know what? Here's the thing, though. Because, spoiler alert, we get, I believe it's for next week, an 8-man tag team match with Trick Williams, Moose, Oba Femi, and Javon Evans versus Dark State. Dark State's winning that match. And the only reason I say that is because there is 0 chance in hell any of those guys are working together.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But anyway, this got really weird, and I had to look this up, and I found the answer, but I still don't know why.
Oh, the whole Charlie Dempsey thing? Oh, no, never mind. We see Ariana Grace checking up on Stax in the backstage area. You know, she wants to know how he's doing following that slap from last week. Stax says that he's doing just fine. And then we see Nia Jax and Last Legend rushing into frame, still beating the hell out of each other. Then we go to, like, their room, penthouse, whatever the fuck.
Whatever. But this was great. I loved how this is.
Ren Sinclair is trying to boost Charlie Dempsey's spirits after Tavion left it NQCC. And she suggests that Joe Hendry be the right person to give Dempsey some motivation. And he says...
No, not him. And she's like, she starts singing.
She starts singing, I believe in Joe Hendry. And Charlie's like, he's not going to just appear. And then, out of the refrigerator, this motherfucker steps out, and his theme song plays. And I don't think it's just for the audience. I think it plays in their studio, whatever, because you can see Charlie like, where the fuck is that music coming from? It's absolutely amazing.
Look on his face was absolutely priceless. He's like,
how the fuck? What? Why? It was great. It was amazing.
It was just priceless.
But he says that he knows what he needs. He needs a match.
Yeah, and Joe Hendry tries to hand him like a matching outfit or whatever, and he's like, it might be a little bit cold, by the way. And he's like, oh, it is. I really want to know how long he was in that refrigerator.
He just chucks it to his mind.
It's like, yeah, I'm not wearing this. But Joe's like, we should have a match next week. And Ren's like, Grouchy Pants accepts. And then Charlie storms off.
And then she takes off her jacket and she's got the exact same outfit.
Yeah.
Which I did get the actual picture on her X account.
Yeah, they're like selfie.
She takes a selfie of her and Joe in the matching outfits. And it's fucking just hilarious. I absolutely love it. It was probably one of the coolest / funniest things.
This was great.
Because I love it was like it reminds me of the oh crap, what was the name? Why can't I think of the name? Wesley.
I don't remember this match at all. Yoshiki versus Oh, Stacks. Never mind. I was thinking
anyway,
breaks.
But I love the Wesley. And he's like, I got a match next week against Joe Hendry.
Okay, we're good. It was great.
And then they do this, and it's like, I love how it's just kind of random. Like,
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, then we get to Yoshiki Inamura versus Stacks, and Stacks is getting his ass whooped. I mean, it's not even remotely close.
But again, this is where I started struggling.
Yeah, because, as the match is coming to a close, Ariana Grace rushes down to the ring. She's yelling at Inamura, and then she slaps him in the face. The referee ejects her, but then Josh Briggs drops Inamura with the big boot from behind, allowing Stacks to come in and steal the victory. Look, I know Inamura's whole thing is honor and dignity and doing things the right way.
Fuck honor.
Bitch! That's all I'm saying. Anyway, moving on. Fatal Influence is making fun of Kalani for beating Blake via countout. And she tells Fatal Influence that you guys are the most dysfunctional tag team in the locker room. Jasmine gives JC back her newly polished championships. Then Jasmine tells Kalani and Lola Vice they have no right stepping up to the leader of the women division and her sidekick, Fallon Henley. Jasmine said that she had a conversation with Ava earlier tonight, and Fatal Influence will be having a tag match next week against...
And they looked so pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, because isn't next week also... That's also when she's having her title defense, right? Against... no, that was
today.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yes. But still. Anyway... Zarya tells Sol Ruka that she has her back tonight in the main event, and Nia and Dulash are still beating the hell out of each other. And Ava rushes in. She's like, "All right, both of you, knock it the fuck out. Deal with it in the ring next week." Basically, is how that goes.
And this got really weird really quick.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say quick, but it got really weird.
It did, yeah. Ethan Page comes to the ring. He says, "Ladies and gentlemen, today marks the 70th day as the greatest North American champion of all time. And last week was a pure demonstration in the Canadian standard of excellence. Now, I would like to give credit where credit is due. Even with that vile reptilian sock and his best effort, Santina Marella was just not able to get the job done. But on a positive note, Santina Marella is still Canadian, and that makes him better than all of you. but he is just Canadian, not the greatest North American alive like me. Now, in the pantheon of great Canadians, you've got men like Alexander Graham Bell, Wayne Gretzky, Bret Hart. But at the top of that list, in the number one spot, is the greatest Canadian of all time. All ego, Ethan. But by the way, I feel the need to point out this entire time, the crowd is chanting, "Shut the hell up! Shut the hell!" Like they are. Hey, he's doing his job perfectly.
Oh, 100%. But that's not even where I think it got weird.
Oh, I agree. Oh, let me open this up so you can see how beautiful this is. So he pulls open the championship now, decorated in the Canadian flag. So, before your champion decides which continent I will devour next, I would like to celebrate last week. I would like to ask all of you to respectfully stand as your champion sings the Canadian national anthem. Oh, Canada!
And then Tavion Heights comes out. He's like, Ethan, can you chill with all that? Did nobody tune into NXT to hear that sound, what sounds like a Canadian goose dying? And hey, I see you out there. You repping your country. You repping your country. That's cool, bro. I can respect that. Matter of fact, I can relate because I represented a Team US in the Olympic Games myself. But the difference between you and me, Ethan, is you're out here acting like you're on some sort of pedestal, when in reality, seems to me like you need to be knocked off that maple leaf sucking perch you're standing on. Now, it's true. It's true. I just broke out of in the NQCC, but I know it's time for me to break out of the scene in NXT. And you know, just as well as I know, Ethan, I'm a weapon in human form. Now you see, I just got to figure out where I want to direct all this pent up energy, dog. And unfortunately, that's looking like you.
Whoa. No. Listen, Tavion, I will give you credit. You just crawled your way out of NQCC. So please do me a favor. Learn how to walk, then learn how to run before you try and dance with all ego, buddy.
You think you're fun. You think you got dance moves? Hold on. I just had a message come up on my Discord.
Oh, okay. I was like, you good there? But then...
Well, hold on. Where was I? You think you got the dance moves? Well, guess what, buddy? You got another thing coming.
And then, out of nowhere, help me out, Chelsea Green appears with the Secret Harvest. And I think all three of us just what's the word I'm looking for?
Confused? Confuddled?
At the same time, there was a word I was going to use, but it left my brain hole. Anyway, yeah, we all just sort of collectively, that's the word, collectively looked at the screen like, what? Huh? And yeah, anyway. But she comes out. Yeah, she says, Tavioff, was it? How dare you, of all people, interrupt the greatest North American to ever hold the North American Championship? This man inspires millions of Canucks daily. That, my friend, is Canadian for Canadians, if you didn't know. Slagent, I heard that one time he fought off a moose, and the moose apologized. You know what they say, the best American heroes come from Canada. Anyway, T, moral of the story is that Ethan Page is the model Canadian, second only to moi. That's French Canadian for me, if you didn't know. Spoiler alert, your first ever, longest reigning, most dangerous United States champion is a proud Canadian. And I came out here to support my countrymen and sing the Canadian national anthem until you rude, ignorant American ruined it. Oh, you're so cute when you're angry, T. I would say it's a good thing that I have my secret harvest here to protect me, but let's be honest, even a low-life, trashy American like yourself would never have the balls to hit a woman like me.
You're right. I wouldn't.
And then he punches over Chelsea Green's face and decks Ethan Page right in his gob.
And then Davion's like, Chelsea, I'll find a woman who will. And I think it's gonna be Ren.
I could see that, yeah. Then we cut backstage. We see Javon Evans arguing with Moose, Oba, and Trick in Ava's office. Moose says Trick doesn't want the smoke. Ava says that Javon will battle Trick Williams in 2 weeks in Philadelphia. The winner of that match will face Oba Femi at NXT Heatwave. And Javon's like, why do we have to wait for next week?
I love Ava.
And she's like, well, Javon, Moose, Trick, and Oba, all of you will be facing Dark State in an 8-man tag team match. And you can just, all of them collectively just, Like I said, I think Dark State's winning that.
But like I said, I love that Ava's like, no, it's not happening next week because this is what's happening.
Then Hank and Tank barge in. They're like, we want Dark State next week. And Ava's like, you guys can put your tag team titles on the line against them at Heatwave. Then she's like, all right, all of you get the hell out. I have a show to run. Then we have a vignette of Ricky Saints. He says he's going to be having a rematch with Jasper Troy in 2 weeks in Philadelphia. Then we get to the 6th match of the night. 6 matches in 2 hours. Anyway, Sol Ruka with Zarya versus Tatum Paxton with the calling for the WWE NXT Women's North American Championship. And this is a great match. Like, this is genuinely phenomenal.
This is great. Absolutely great.
Of course, you have the calling running interference. Izzy getting up there. You have the other 2 wankers. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Because Sol Ruka, she gets up on the top rope. She doesn't care who you are. She gets up on the top rope. She takes out the entire calling with one phenomenal moonsault. They obviously get back up afterwards. But point being is, she doesn't care who you are. You want the smoke, you're going to get it.
But, as what happened. But
I thought
during the match, we get Nia and Lash again.
That's right.
They're fighting at ringside.
Yeah. Therefore, I forget that, because that was like way at the very end of the match. Like, literally, as the match is about to end, they come out, and I thought they were gonna, like, unintentionally get involved and cost Sol, and I was gonna be fucking fuming. Thankfully, they didn't. Lash just ends up spearing Nia Jax through the ringside barricade. Sol manages to connect with the Soul Snatcher to pick up the victory, and she retains her Women's North American Championship. Then we move on to TNA Impact. Trick comes out first things first. He says the last few days have been crazy. I see Santina Morello. Yeah. Santina Morella made it official. Trick Williams versus Moose's forehead. He's talking about how he's beaten people in their hometown before. Mike Santana would know. He says he'd be searching for this bobble-headed mommy and grandma and hit them with a hammer like he's playing whack-a-mole. I didn't get any of what this was supposed to be, so I don't know what the fuck he's smoking.
And then Moose, I knew it was coming. Moose's music hits.
Yeah, he
and
comes
Moose
out.
Doesn't even talk.
No, he grabs a mic, and then he just fucking socks Trick Williams in the head with it. And he goes for a spear, but Trick rolls out of the ring like a little... I can't even say like a little bitch, because that's exactly what anyone with any kind of brain cells would do in that scenario. But also anyone with any kind of brain cells wouldn't provoke Moose in the first place.
You would.
I would, but for different reasons.
And they cut this, what she said, but...
Right, this is phenomenal. Gabby Laspicia?
Something like that.
Is backstage and introduces Gia Miller. Gia says, thank you for, holding down the fort for me while I was away, taking some rest after Slammiversary. I feel so much better now. But I have a message for you, Tessa. We've all been dealing with your petty ass bullshit for so long, and my patience has finally ran out. If you lay your hands on me one more time, I will fucking kill you. And that is exactly how
They
she
blinked the F word, but they didn't blink kill you.
No, that is.
But you could tell the look on her.
And what's absolutely beautiful about it is, as soon as that's done, she turns back and she's like, "Yeah, thank you, Gabby, so much." And you can see the look on Gabby's face.
And she's like, "I'll be taking over now."
And Gabby's like, "Go for it, honey." She didn't want any of that. Because, look, all I'm saying is, when you can go from "I'm gonna fucking kill you" to "Oh, thank you," it just like that, something's wrong up here, and you do not want to fuck with that person.
Here's the thing I did find out, and I couldn't really find anything. I kind of found more on posts.
Yeah.
She is trained.
Oh, I will. Yeah, I bet.
So I think they're gonna bring Tessa back. And people, here's the thing. I might have read this. I'm not gonna say misremembered, because I know I remembered correctly. But people are jumping on the Tessa train with this.
Of course they are.
Saying that Gia needs to shut her mouth because Tessa will kill her and crush her. And it's like, because she technically started on Tessa. And it's like, she might have, but still, here's the thing.
She's an interviewer.
Yeah.
That's literally her job.
Yeah.
Suck a fart. And a raunchy, stinky one at that.
One of my potato ones.
No. Anyway,
on to the next.
She introduces Joe Hendry. Joe says that Mustafa is the kind of person that hides behind people. By the end of the night, he will believe in Joe Hendry. Then we see footage of Steve Macklin promoting TNA at the home of Rhode Island FC, whatever that means. Then Sami Callihan is backstage with Santana, comes up to him.
This was weird.
Yeah.
Because they're just talking about, he's like,
I heard what you said last week about one final match to see if you still got it.
And, I'll give you that. And he's like, if I can't beat you, then I'll leave my boots in the ring, blah, blah, blah.
And then Eric Young comes up. And he says, this place needs to be cleansed. Santana, you failed your adopted family.
Well, that's the thing, too. He looks at Santana, and he's like, I was running this company while you were still in high school. I'm one of the originals here, and we need to cleanse this place of people like you and you. And it's like, yeah, exactly.
I don't think that's exactly been a secret. I think it's been pretty like thrown in our face, shoved down our throat.
Hold on. Oh, there it goes. There's the last one.
I don't think there was any to begin with.
Is that I think all the marbles done fell out.
I don't think there was any marbles to begin with.
Yeah, Eric Young is a little off.
I think he's adding like rocks in there and thinking they're marbles, probably.
They just kind of slide back and forth. They don't roll nice and pretty. They kind of go.
Yeah, they sort of tumble around. Anyway, we find all right.
Sammy tells Eric, "It's like just go." Oh God, yes, I forgot.
Frankie Kazarian, this walking dipshit, comes down
and both the commentators like,
what the fuck are you doing here? And he shows them a paper from like one of the higher ups. I can't remember his name. like one of the higher ups in TNA, one of his best friends, and he says, "I'm allowed to be here and share my piece." And the entire time he's out there, the commentators just shut the hell up. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say.
And what did he say? In the 15th century, you'd have been hung for that or something.
Yeah, because I'm telling a king to shut up. If this was the 1600s, you would have been executed, which is accurate, but also.
And what did you say? No, more like the French Revolution.
Yeah, this would have been more like the French Revolution. Anyway. We have Jake Something versus Steve Macklin for the TNA International Championship, and this was a good match. I don't like how it ended, but it was a good match.
What, Jake who?
Jake Something.
So what's his last name?
Something. Something or other. Something like that.
Something like that.
Anyway, but yeah, this is a pretty great fight. Too big, not quite as big and beefy as Sheamus and Rusev, but big, powerful, athletic, aggressive. They're beating the hell out of each other, and they're so focused on beating the hell out of each other that they both get counted out. And after the match, they don't stop. No. Like Steve Macklin gets yanked back inside the ring by security guard, and he's like, "No, fuck that." Runs out, jumps, suicide dives onto Something, and is beating the hell out of him. And then Jake Something grabs him by the throat, and it's a whole fight.
And then we get, oh god, and I'm gonna let you have this one. I'm not gonna oh my god until later. But
Mance Warner and Steph DeLander knock on Santina's door, but no one answers it. Steph opens the door, says he's not there, and so they just sort of walk in. Then we find out that Cedric Alexander is backstage and says that when he decided to dedicate his life to pro wrestling, he was watching the X Division. He talked about the X Division champion, Leon Slater, and says he's not even in his prime yet. He says he is in his prime and he will be the X Division champion. But, okay, here's the thing. That might be true, but I want you to think about something. Leon Slater, who isn't in his prime, beat Moose, who is, I feel like, still relatively close to his prime, maybe a little bit past, because I don't know how old he actually is. Hey Google, how old is Moose from TNA?
41 years old.
Okay, he's still
not in his prime, but it's not old and withered either.
He's not Goldberg.
Yeah. He's still actually, that's like the average age of most superstars.
Well, look at what we talked about, I think, on Tuesday.
Yeah.
With the age of the top superstars.
Most
none
of them
were most of them were at least high 30s.
High 30s, early 40s, yeah. So he's still got plenty left in the tank. Then we get to our second match of the night, Xia Brookside and Li Yang Lee versus M and Heather by Elegance.
It's not, I mean, I hate them, okay? I hate by Elegance. But it's not even them, because before they even come out there, you got the personal concierge, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna boo me? I had a whole speech prepared for you. But you know what? You suck. So I'm not gonna read this speech." And he rips it up.
And you said it, and I was just agreeing. Thank God. I don't want to hear your voice. You know what?
So instead, I'm just gonna introduce the greatest tag team of all time.
Yeah, the epitome of perfection, or all that shit.
Total heel crap.
But they come down to the ring, and let's just say, I'm not going to say it was a complete demolition, because, M and Heather they've tagged before, they know what they're doing. But Xia Brookside and Li Yang Lee are simply in a different league. So while they might not have as great tag team chemistry, when it's just one-on-one in the ring, they're getting shit done. And they manage to pull out the victory. with the Li Yang Lee hits the Thunderstruck and a spinning facebuster to pick up the victory. So I'm willing to bet they're getting a tag shot sometime in the near future.
Yeah. And then we get the injury report. We find, and this actually has the injury report. I might keep using this guy.
Casey Navarro is out with a knee injury. The hometown man is out with bruised ribs. And both Mustafa Ali and Joe Hendry are 100% clear for tonight's main event. Then we find Santina Marella backstage with Ariana Grace and walks into an office and looks absolutely disgusted.
Here's the thing. I can only no, I don't want to visualize. Because the look on their face was exactly how my brain processed. Because what was the look on her face? Oh!
And he covers Ariana's eyes and says, "This is not National Geographic." And I think we can all assume what those.
I don't want to assume. I want to erase it from my brain.
That's not
Exactly.
happening. You have to think about it now. It's gonna haunt you in your dreams.
It already has. No, I'm kidding. Here's the thing. If what we get outside in the arena area was even half of what was going on back there, which I know was way worse, I don't want to see it. Because I'm sure he had red lipstick on things that should not have even been aired.
Probably. Anyway,
oh my god!
Are you good?
No. You all have met Danger, so I'm going to use one of her quotes with this. AJ Francis can suck a fart.
Oh, well, you skipped. Okay, yes, I agree. But we skipped over.
Oh, yeah, we got.
Ash by Elegance is backstage, and she is absolutely livid with Heather and M for losing the title shot. Like, I have a title match tonight, and you two went out and lost, and blah, blah. Get the fuck out. Everybody she's throwing a fucking temper tantrum.
And even the concierge, he's like, good, we need to talk. She's like, no, you too.
Yeah.
Out.
So,
and he's kind of like,
yeah, the little fucking
troll that he is.
Yeah, the troll, the freaking. Anyway.
But anyway, again, AJ Francis can suck a fart.
Oh, yeah.
And we're talking the nasty, stinky, smelly.
Yeah, like, you've heard of liquid ass? Yeah. He needs to. Anyway.
Chug a big old.
Yeah. Just straight up the nostril. Yeah. They come out, AJ Francis, Casey Navarro come out for the first
class penthouse.
Yes, an emergency broadcasting of the first class penthouse. AJ says that he had to call this emergency episode because Casey Navarro has some bad news. Casey says that he re-aggravated his knee, and he got the news that he tore his ACL, and he would have to get surgery. AJ says that just like the NFL, they have to live by the motto, next man up. He introduces Rich Swann. He tells Casey to hold the microphone for Swann.
He wasn't wanting to hold it either.
Oh yeah, no.
He was like hold it.
Yeah. AJ asks him how it feels to be back in the first class. Swann says it feels wonderful. AJ says, Casey, your services are no longer needed. You were always a substitute. Casey says, I busted my ass for 10 years to get to TNA. When AJ needed someone to die on the sword for him, I did it. I risked my career for you. AJ says, I remember carrying your weak, limp, pathetic body through the curtain at Slammiversary. They got the tag team match with him and Swann earned. Casey lost that match just like he lost the match at Slammiversary. You're a loser. And then he kicks Casey's crutches out from underneath him, and he says that he's happy that he tore his ACL. Then he throws him off the stage and
he tells him to get off the stage. He doesn't throw him off the stage. He just tells him to get off.
Oh, yeah.
basically pushed himself
Get
up.
off the stage before we throw you off the stage. You never deserved to be here. So, when Casey Navarro comes back, he is beating the brakes off that big-ass dumbass.
And I didn't like him before. I really don't like him now.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Casey, we haven't been watching it long enough to know, like, the backstory. But here's the thing. Casey has come out there and busted his ass for AJ.
Oh, yeah, like I
AJ
said.
wouldn't be where he's at if it wouldn't have been for Casey.
Yeah, because he's always the one, just like you said, dying on the sword, getting thrown in the crossfire, taking the shots for AJ's big dumbass.
And here's the thing. If any of you don't know, I've been watching wrestling a long time, which I've told many times.
Mm-hmm.
WWE got rid of him because he sucks.
Yeah.
He's big. That's about it. It's not that he's dangerous. He just can't wrestle that well. He's a big guy. That's it. He was top dollar in NXT, moved up to the main roster, and within 2 or 3 months of moving up to the main roster, they're like, yeah, we're going to release you. So, he never really got a shot, and I simply watched a little bit of him, like, back in when he was, and he didn't impress me then. He really don't impress me now.
Exactly.
So, that's just my opinion. But anyway, here...
We get to the third match of the night, Mara Sade versus Vicious Vicky. I was going to say, I don't think the match is quite as short as this makes it out to seem. But I also don't remember it. I think I was in the bathroom cleaning my face.
It was not long. I mean, it wasn't short, but...
It was like a 5-minute match.
It was her singles debut.
Yeah. Is Vicious Vicky like...
I think it was I haven't even seen her. I think it was Jobber. But...
Okay, I was going to say, like, that sound... I don't remember... I don't recognize that name, so I assume it was... Yeah. Honestly, that's not a bad name, though. Probably someone from the indies or whatever. But yeah. Sade hits a springboard arm drag and a running knee in the corner, an Olympic slam, and a handspring elbow. Then she hits the finish her for the win, which is a really silly name for a finisher, but fair enough, I guess. So she wins via pinfall.
And then we get a recap of kind of what happened on NXT.
Yeah, with the Ren Sinclair and the refrigerator. It's so fucking good. Well, you need to find that clip.
It's on there.
Oh, it is? Okay, good.
I think I got it.
Then we get to the main event.
Nope.
No, yeah, I forget. I'm just so used to title matches being the main event, but it wasn't for some reason. Anyway, Ash by Elegance versus JC Jane for the TNA Knockouts World Championship, and everybody's banned from ringside except the concierge, I think. Right?
Yeah. Which I don't get. Like, if we're gonna ban everybody, why not ban everybody? Why do we gotta keep
exactly why
Mr. Jackal?
But yeah,
why not ban
I mean,
that way nobody can interfere.
Would you like to join the class? Would you like to pay attention to class, Mr. Night Rider?
but yeah, I mean, it goes to a no contest because I think they're just do they throw like a stay? I don't remember, honestly. I did not care for this match one way or the other. I know it ends in a no contest, but I don't remember how exactly. That probably sounds great on stream. Anyway. Yeah, after the match, everybody sort of comes down there. Jane hits a pumpkin. All right, that's right. Oh, I remember now. Masha gets involved. So we're getting a triple threat match.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah,
And
but she comes...
and then JC...
Yeah, she comes down. The Fatal Influence come down there. Then Zaya Brookside and Liang Ling come down there. And then the Inspiration comes down there. I mean, it
was a mess.
It was indeed a fucking mess. So we're probably gonna get like what would that be? I mean, there's a 12-woman tag team match. We really don't, but I think that's what we're gonna get.
But anyway, then we get a little video thing, whatever, of the Hardys.
Yeah, saying their job is bigger than carrying the TNA tag team titles. It is to make TNA bigger and better. Jeff says that every time they step into the ring, they are building something bigger than TNA, a tag team legacy that is immortalized.
And then Santino Marella comes out, and he's like, I've got some exciting news. I'm going to announce several new matches for Emergence. Steve Macklin versus Jake Something in a no DQ match.
That's going to be great.
Mhm.
Mike Santana versus Sami Callihan. A 4-way match for the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. Fatal Influence versus Zaire Brookside and Li Liang Lee. And he's got how he actually, it got the actual name and not how he actually says it.
Yeah.
And it's great. The the Influence brand and the Inspiration.
Yeah.
And then he's like, and I've got something for the Nimbus. The Nimbus have earned a title shot, but they're not getting them. So I'm going to call them out here. And he calls them out there. And they're like, we get a title shot. We get a title shot. Blah, 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 blah. It's like,
no.
You don't.
Because you attacked other superstars and injured them, you are suspended from Emergence. But you, Nick Nemeth, will be going against the hometown man. So, that's going to be...
And he announces that instead of the Nemeth going after them, it will be the Rascals versus the Hardys.
Yep, for the tag team titles.
Mhm.
And then we get to the main event. Mustafa Ali with Order 4 and his Secret Service, my bad. So used to Chelsea Green.
Anyway,
versus Joe Hendry. And
it literally was. It was Joe Hendry versus the entire Order 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Secret Service. And this was like, I think, a 9v1.
And Hendry almost pulled it off.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. We have Mustafa Ali. We have the two Great Hands. We have
Tasha
Steele. We have the big Agent Zero. And then he had like 4 goons.
Yeah.
It was literally a 9.
And at one point each, or several for the Great Hands, but they kept trying to interfere.
And
tripping Hendry, getting in the ring. I mean, it was...
Yeah, fucking... Tasha Steele's getting up, grabbing his boot, getting up on the ring apron. I think she even slaps him at one point.
It got super confusing.
Yeah.
And, like I said, Hendry was so close, man.
Mm-hmm.
On several occasions.
It literally took all of them.
Because here's the thing. He had Mustafa pinned, but I keep wanting to say Zaya Brookside for some reason. I don't know why. Tasha Steele yanks the referee out of the ring as she's going for the 3 count. So,
and Hendry gets the 3 count at that point.
Yeah.
But the ref is not in the ring. Right as the crowd is counting to 3,
another ref comes in. They
count to 2, and suddenly,
you know what? I look. I know I'm gonna do the exact same thing when I'm in there because there's a story. Look around the ring. Is there a ref here? No. Then why are you going for a fucking pin?
Beating his ass until the ref shows up.
Exactly. He's already down and on his ass. No refs.
Or you go out and grab a chair. I don't give a shit.
Exactly. I know he's a face, so he wouldn't do that. But at least,
but you understand the point.
Yeah. You're already passed out? Okay, I'm just going to keep hitting you with my finisher for the next 15 minutes until a new referee comes out. And by that time, we could count to 300 and you wouldn't get up. But no, I know it's storied and whatever, but that always peeves me Like, you literally saw the referee get yanked out of the ring. You know they're not in here. Why are you going for a pinfall?
But basically, it all boils down to after all the chaos and still going to chaos, Tasha Steele grabs Hendry's leg, and
Agent Zero takes him out with a big boot. Ali hits the 450 splash, and he wins via pinfall. They're gonna have a rematch. I'm willing to bet you.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a few things to go over on Discord, not too much.
We never really do with TNA. TNA doesn't not post a lot of
or NXT really.
Yeah.
But TNA has dropped the Bound for Glory graphics. It's official. Hardys versus Team 3D one last time. October 12th. That's quite a while away. I assume these two are like getting in shape.
Yeah. And hold on. We'll talk about something. You don't necessarily go through.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to take a pause for a second.
I'm excited for this match, though.
I agree.
Because I remember I saw when I was really young. Like, I want to say, like, I don't know, 7, 8 years old, maybe. And I was watching old school wrestling. Well, it might have been like current wrestling. I don't really know. Because it was like 13 years ago for me and I was 7 years old, so I don't remember much. But I remember watching like Mankind versus The Undertaker, where he put him through the Hell in the Cell. And I very vaguely remember watching a little bit of the Dudley Boys. Not much, because like I said, I don't remember much, and I was young and whatever. But this is I hope this is a great fight, because the Hardys are obviously still in the ring. They're still performing almost every week, whereas not Booker T. Help me out here. Dudley, Bubba Ray, and Bubba Dudley. No. Bubba Ray Dudley and Devon. Yes.
Devon.
Devon Dudley. I don't think either of them have stepped foot in a ring in probably over a decade?
Probably not on like big events, but I'm sure they have done house shows and stuff in other promotions.
Maybe.
Probably,
but my point is these two have been in the ring for the past.
But here's the thing, too, and this is something I think you're forgetting, is these guys are essentially the bar when it comes to
absolutely
to see them get in the ring, even if it's one last time.
I'm not worried, but my point is, I know that.
I think, and here's my thing. I think this match, and I'm not saying that NXT, or not NXT, but TNA is going to do it wrong, but this match needs to be one for the history book.
That's what I'm trying to get at, is I hope it lives up to the hype. Because, like I said, as far as I'm aware, Bubba Dudley.
Well, these two were in the OG of tables, ladders, and chairs.
Yes, but my point is, they haven't been in the ring constantly fighting for championship, stuff like that. At least as far as I know. I could be wrong. They could be doing house shows, but I don't think they are.
I know Devon still does like an independent circuit, but not he's not like an every single week type thing.
Yeah, he does it like occasionally. Whereas
he does like house shows, and I'm not saying he's a jobber, but he goes in basically to be the big guy, the superstar.
Yeah, the superstar and show off in front of like the Whereas the Hardys have been on TNA fighting for world championships and stuff like that. That's really the only thing I'm getting at. Is I want this match to be great. I'm just considering how WrestleMania went.
I'm not.
I'm a little concerned.
TNA, I think, is a little bit different.
I agree.
They haven't. I'm not going to say they haven't disappointed me, but they haven't disappointed me near as bad.
Yeah,
as the main roster.
As WrestleMania.
I'm expecting this to be great.
This needs to be, as they say, a barn burner.
Yes.
Yep.
This needs to bring the here's the picture. I'll post it on her X account.
Yep.
She posted with.
We got that 8-man tag. I don't know about this. I genuinely, and here's the thing.
You think Dark State's winning?
Look at these. Four.
I agree with you. But here's the point I'm getting at. If, and that if is probably the size of Texas or bigger.
More like the moon.
If they can all work together,
Exactly.
Dark State is cooked.
Yeah.
But that's an if.
A mighty big if.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I'm going to be completely honest. Dark State is we know this. They're not pushovers by any. Like, they are all very big boys. They're not quite as big as Oba, but I mean, hell, look at them. For all intents and purposes, they're just as big.
Oba and Moose are probably the two biggest. Then Trick, and then Javon is just out.
But like, all of these four are big, beefy men. Like, I think Oba's the tallest here. So, hey Google, how tall is Oba Femi?
Oba Femi is 6 feet 4 inches tall.
Yeah. So what?
And I think Trick is what, 6'1"?
6'1", like 6'1" or 6'3".
How tall is Trick Williams?
I don't think I've heard you. Hey Google, how tall is Trick Williams?
Here's a picture.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna go on.
Hey Google, how tall is Trick Williams?
Trick Williams is 6 feet.
So they're the same height. But
Hey Google, how tall is TNA wrestler Moose?
Quinn Ojinaka is 6 feet 5 inches
Oh, he's actually taller by an inch, but still.
Hey Alexa. Oh no, never mind. Hey Google, how tall is Javon Evans?
Javon Evans is 6 feet 1
From
inch tall.
celebheights.com.
Yeah, Javon is not a small guy.
1 inch on Google.
Javon Evans is not a small guy.
No, he's not small, but he's little.
Yeah, but even on the other side, what's their names? Oh,
Cutler James.
Hey Google, how tall is Cutler James from NXT?
I found a table on the website Topps Rip that probably has your answer.
What? Okay, 6'5".
Yeah, so none of them are short.
Yeah, like these are
all 6 foot plus.
These are all like but my point is, Dark State
is a team.
They are a team, and even if these four were working together, I still think Dark State has a chance because they are just as dangerous as they say they are.
They are, but here's the thing, and this is what I'm saying.
I think the only reason is because these four have far more experience. I think that's the only difference.
I don't think experience is where I'm gonna say they're gonna falter or not falter or whatever. It's going to come down to the if.
If they can all communicate together.
If they can work together, which they will not.
Yes, I 100% agree. But I'm saying,
but if they can work together, Dark State might get their ass whooped.
They might, but I think
I don't think they're gonna.
No,
I think these four, the four NXT. Well, I guess they're all NXT, but
the four
champions.
Sure. The four good guys. I know Trick is a heel, but we'll for the sake of it. Anyway, I
think they're going to have to work together because they're going to crumble. And I don't think. Okay, here's the thing. I think Oba Oba's got problems with Moose and Trick. And Javon.
I don't think any of them are getting along.
Yeah.
I think the only two here who don't have
Beef with Moose and Javon?
yeah. Everyone else has beef with each other. So this is not going to work out. But the point I was trying to make is, even if they were working together, I still think Darkseid has a shot. It is significantly smaller. Microscopic, maybe even. But I think people are selling Darkseid short in this. That's just my opinion, though. But this is why Ariana Grace, right? Right. Ariana Grace and Lorenzo were together because they are now engaged. So good for them.
That's kind of why I think they're pushing it on there, so they can kind of get them kind of working together. And here's the thing: I legit think she's been on NXT a lot lately.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're pushing her as a heel.
Oh, now that she's with Stax, absolutely.
Yeah. And I think we have not seen the Don we have seen this week.
Nope.
So I'm thinking that he might actually be going up.
I can see that. And this is pure stupidity. Nick Khan is confident WWE fans will pay $30 to follow them to ESPN. They certainly all followed from the WWE network, and that expanded that subscribership extensively with Peacock. Same will be the case with ESPN, and we're excited for that. I'm sure you are, to make even more money, you rich bastard. NBCU/Peacock is not out of the wrestling business. I believe there's a strong possibility they could see TNA, AAA, and NXT events on the streaming platform as TKO and WWE continue to spread their content across numerous different platforms.
And here's the thing, and I'm going to say this again. We have said this. If we wind up not doing a VPN, they're really going to have to convince me of the $30.
Well, didn't we find out that later in the...
I'm saying, and here's the thing.
It's mixed reports.
Yes. But here's what I'm getting at. If it you'll go back down or go back up. I don't want to do that one yet. Because it's kind of funny and I want to get to that. I will keep Peacock, especially if AAA, NXT, and TNA go to it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to tell you what, and we've had this discussion. If the main roster isn't looking good, I'm not paying $30.
Oh, no. Absolutely not.
Not if we don't do a VPN. If we're not gonna pay it, because the main roster is looking like absolute trash. Like I said, they have until WrestleMania. I think it's gonna be the first one set on the new one. I think, or it's the one after that. I think they're starting with Mania.
Yeah,
from what I've understood. Again, a lot of mixed reports. But
we'll find out more as time progresses. It's not even been a week yet, I don't think, since they've announced
this. And this, I think, is exactly what we need. Because if they put TNA on there, keep NXT on there, and put AAA on there, and we get, like, even English commentators doing AAA stuff on there, if I have to get rid of the main roster, we're going to these three.
Oh, yeah.
I'll start watching AAA. Because here's the thing. AAA was even better.
Oh, Worlds Collide was great.
Mm-hmm. You know, their luchador matches were a whole nother bar.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying that WWE's luchador matches are bad. But you even said
I like the fast-paced, for lack of a better term, loosey-goosey rules.
Yeah.
Especially in the tag team matches.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
he always wanted what was best for the fans. TKO ruined WWE if he agreed. Who is this?
Vince.
Oh.
And here's the thing.
I don't know about that, but
the point is, where this boils down to is maybe not always wanting best for fans, but here's what I think they're really trying to go to is the network.
Oh, yeah.
We pay $10 a month instead of 40, 50, 60
Oh yeah.
dollars a month.
Yep.
Okay, he went, okay, $9.99. You guys can have a WWE network that will literally have everything, all of our pay-per-views, everything, all of our back history, everything is going to the WWE network.
Yep.
You're not going to have to pay for pay-per-views unless you pay $10 a month. And here's the thing. And he actually made money that way. And the reason he made money that way, and this is coming from a lot of sources I kind of looked at, is because a lot of people were only buying the big events.
Mm-hmm.
The SummerSlams, the WrestleManias. They weren't worried about the minor pay-per-views. By the time you put the minor pay-per-views in the big pay-per-views, he was killing it.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
And there's also the fact that here's the thing. I could be completely wrong about this, but I'm willing to put money on the fact that a good like 75% of their profit, their revenue, comes from merch sales more than toy sales more than anything else.
Oh yeah.
Like the money they make from their subscriptions and stuff like that is probably
But I think
pocket change.
Here's the thing. I think TKO is really turning into money.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not. You're 100% right.
And I think that is what is eventually going to start, unfortunately, bringing down W. It's not going to be the wrestling. It's not going to be their promoting. It's not going to be their toy lines. It's not going to be their merchandise. It's going to be the pure greed that is going to topple WWE.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
And here's the thing, and I'm going to tell you what, and I'm not saying I see it, but I can see it.
America.
I'm not saying I can see it, but I can see it. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When all this blows over with
Exactly.
McMahon, and TKO it's a diving plane wreck of a ship, and it's all going down. McMahon swoops in and goes, mine.
I don't know about that.
But I'm telling you, I'm not.
I see it happening.
It could easily happen because from everything I've been reading, he still has stock.
Yeah.
He's not top. But there is talk that he's trying to get back at top stock.
Yeah. Anywho, Americans, if you have Netflix, invest in a VPN. It's worth it. I recommend Movad VPN, cheap and one of the best out there. If not, watch for free. Watch wrestling, Noodle magazines, and TNA Flicks are at your disposal. I highly recommend TNA Flicks. It has wrestling from every promotion. Good to know.
I put that more one for you and for everybody else.
I'm going to... I do have that power. I'm going to pin that so that we can find it later.
Okay.
Pro Wrestling votes. There's a growing sense internally among higher-ups that Sol Ruka's time on the main roster is coming, and they want her called up quickly. We all saw that.
But here, what did you say? No.
Yes. Because they're not going to do... Look at Julia.
Look at Stephanie.
Yep.
Yes and no.
But here's what
At least she shows up. But I agree. Yes, it's terrible. She went from being there every single week, being a fighting champion, to we might see her once every 2 weeks. There might be a little, not even backstage promo, like pre-recorded video promo, and that's about it. As opposed to her coming out there every single week, defending her title. Well, it's terrible.
Yep, exactly.
Gia Miller is back after being attacked by Blanche, and she has a message. If you lay on your hands on me one more time, I will fucking kill you. I loved this so much. But that is it. That is all we got. We are done.
I didn't post it. I'm sorry. The whole video.
Oh, it's fine.
That's all.
I just love the clip so much of he's not going to show, and then he just fucking steps out and his fucking theme song plays. We believe in Joe Hendry. It's It's absolutely great.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny.
But that is about it from us, guys. If you've made it this far on the stream, go and give us a follow so you can get notified whenever we go live. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let us know what you think. If you want to help, if you want to chat with us, join our Discord server. If you want to help support us, press that donate button.
And we will be back tomorrow.
Yes, for SmackDown.
Yeah.
But that's
SmackDown and Evolve, because we'll watch Evolve tonight
yes,
at our time 6. And,
yes. But that's it. I'm Tofari.
I don't have anything else to say, but I'm
Yeah.
CK.
Yeah.
I'm Knight Rider. Good night.
Bye.
See